Hanks is calling for Democrats to be executed. This is the man that is so worried about rhetoric on the left and the liberal, all the crap that they do. He is sitting calling for death of sitting congresspeople, seditious behavior punishable by death. That's what he posted on his live social. And this is in response to Democratic congresspeople coming out and saying military officers do not have, or military service members do not have to comply with illegally given orders. For me, the response would be, we're not giving illegal orders, but that's not what we're doing. And then he just goes on, he reposts that people should be hanged. And then he says, this is really bad and dangerous for our country. Their words cannot be allowed to stand. Seditious behavior from traitors. Lock them up, President DJT. This is in response. And then he says, he reposts, hang them, George Washington would. So my question is, are the Republicans going to respond, oh, he's joking, he's so funny? Or are they going to say, I haven't heard about this, but this is why people in this country are experiencing political violence. The president of the United States throws around death threats instead of just saying, we're not giving illegal orders. We know he lies all the time. So why doesn't he just go say that? But no, he has to call for death. I'm mind blown by this.
He's always done this kind of shit. I mean, we all act like it's new. He's always done this. He's spoken about and retweeted violence against his opponents, against Joe Biden, against Nancy Pelosi, against Barack Obama. This is the same shit. Wake up in Trump's America. President does and says crazy, unhinged things, rinse and repeat over and over and over. It's become normalized. And what are the Republicans going to say? Fucking nothing. That's what they're going to say. This is a man who incited January 6th, and we're shocked that he tweeted this. I'm not. I'm shocked that people are still shocked, because this is who he is. This is how he governs. This is what the triple Trumpers want. They want a president of hellfire damnation like the Old Testament Christian God. That's what they want. They want a racist, genocidal, homicidal, sociopathic, mean guy to be their daddy. And that's what he proves to be every single day. Sadly, this is a normal day in America. The Republicans will do nothing about this. The Supreme Court will do nothing about this. This man has been able to get away with more shit than anybody I've ever seen in my life because he's a rich white guy. Period. And Americans worship rich people. And he gets to be a dick, and he gets to grab them by the pussy, and he gets to talk about violence against people who don't support him, the enemy from within. He has spoken about violence against immigrants, talking about them escaping in alligators' jaws. This is not new. He does this shit all the time. What's going to be interesting is I'm pro-military Republicans. I'm a patriotic Republican. I support the troops. And he is asking the troops to do illegal shit because he wants them to be primed to be his Gestapo.
No, I completely agree. There's no doubt about it. The Department of Defense under Pete Hegseth is Donald Trump's personal tool. Do whatever the fuck I want. Do whatever I say. I do not care if it's legal or not. I want you to do it because you're my military. And so that is why you have this outpouring of people that are saying they're the ones left holding the bag. The servicemen and women are the ones that are going to be holding the bag. But this absolute meltdown and people defending, oh, well, they should do what their commander-in-chief says, even if it's illegal. I'm just like, this is Law and Order America. And Mike Johnson, I guarantee you his response is going to be, well, I don't know anything about it. And I agree with you. Fucking nothing. They'll praise it on Fox News and they'll say that it's all the radical left that's violence. But this is the kind of shit, because these people that follow him that are down the rabbit hole, they like this shit. They think it's cool. They think, hey, he's a tough guy and I want to be a tough guy. So I'm going to go out and do that. And it's just like the rot of America when this guy is the leader. I mean, it's unbelievable.
These are the people that are retweeting this and liking all this that went to Washington, beat up cops. We've recently found out that Trump spent $3 million of his own money. And the autopsy on this whole thing is the most important presidential appointment of my entire lifetime. I was born in 1974, was the presidential appointment after the insurrection of who appointed whom to AG. And Biden failed that because he tried to play integrity politics, and he appointed Merrick Garland because he felt bad that Mitch McConnell dicked him over. He felt bad about that. So he wanted to make it right. He wanted to make Merrick Garland whole. And he appointed a moderate who did not understand the severity of this situation. Biden didn't understand the importance of that appointment. And ever since that day, January 6th, this sort of violence from the right, suggestion of violence for the right, he ran on, we have to eliminate the enemy from within. He ran on that. It's a very Hitlerian style way to run. These people are fascist. These people have parallels with 1930s Nazi Germany. He wants the military to heal, just like his whole entire cabinet has. They have all healed for him, just like the industry titans have healed for him, universities and law firms, and his cult and Fox News. And this man is a frail, demented, old, dried up, washed up queen. And the Democrats need to attack and fight as hard as they can right now, because the difference now and when he did this 5 months ago is Kanks is underwater on everything. The economy, even immigration, which his rabid racist base loved the alligator Alcatraz shit. He's underwater double digits on immigration. And now he's talking about killing Democrats. So Kylie just came in my ear that Mike Johnson has just responded to Trump's threats against sitting members of Congress. Play the clip.
How you doing? The president posted that Democrats who urge service members to not follow illegal orders should be punished. It should be seditious, conspiracy, and punishable by death. Give me a response to that.
Look, I know the DOJ and the Pentagon are looking into the legality of all that, but what I can address is what everybody knows. That was wildly inappropriate. It is very dangerous. You have leading members of Congress telling troops to disobey orders. I think that's unprecedented in American history. And as the father of a young man who is, at the Naval Academy, going to be joining the service, I know young soldiers, airmen, sailors, they don't need that kind of nonsense from people in Congress. It is very dangerous.
But punishable
I'm
by death.
going to let others define what it is, but it's wildly inappropriate.
All right. Moses Mike Grinder Johnson is the biggest fucking pussy, worthless person on the planet. If I were to make a top 10 list of the most worthless Americans right now, it is Moses Mike Grinder Johnson. And what is so disgusting about this man is he thumps his Bible every chance he can get. And then he gets on his knees and basically sucks Trump's dick every chance he can get. He has power. But why doesn't he use it? Why does he turn his back on his faith that he claims to covet so very much, to massage and cuddle and coddle the fragile ego of this wannabe dementia-ridden dictator? And I think it's because Trump has the goods on him. Trump has the goods on a lot of these people. Putin has the goods on Trump, and Trump has the goods on Moses Mike Grinder Johnson. And I think right after the Epstein files are released, we need to start a huge campaign. Release the Grinder files. Release them all. I want to expose every single one of these DL demon queens for the power bottoms that they are, because I have fucking had it. That's pathetic. It's so disgusting that so many people, their form of Christianity is that. Yeah, that's their religion. Exactly what you just saw him do. That type of willful denial, willful ignorance, and willful hypocrisy. It's beyond cognitive dissonance. In my opinion, at this point, it's willful. They know they're doing and they like it. All right. all of this tech stuff is crazy. And I feel like everybody's getting all of our personal information. Your personal information is online and it feels overwhelming and it feels like there's no way to protect yourself. That's why Pumps and I are so happy to share with our listeners. We signed up for Delete Me. It makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable.
What I really like about Delete Me, it is not a one-time service. It is always working for you, constantly monitoring and removing the personal information you don't want on the internet.
Listener, take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me. Now at a special discount for our listeners. Get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/IHIP and use the code IHIP at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to join deleteme.com/IHIP and enter code IHIP at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/IHIP, code IHIP.
Well, and he was very specific to, he did not use the word illegal. These Congress people said illegal orders. And he said orders from the military. These people know that they are doing illegal shit. Mike Johnson fucking knows it. He's pathetic. Okay, Chris Murphy had a great response.
President of the United States just called for Democratic members of Congress to be executed. This is not normal. We cannot allow this to feel normal. This, as far as I know, has never happened before in the history of the country. Every Democratic member of the Senate and the House, their life is in jeopardy right now, especially those that were specifically targeted by this social media post. Democratic senators and House members who were simply saying that no member of the military should act illegally or in violation of the Constitution. The President of the United States just called for members of Congress to be executed. If you are a person of influence in this country, maybe it's time to pick a fucking side.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Pick a fucking side. And here's the thing. I think Trump likes the fact that he knows his crazy ass radical followers will go threaten these people.
Oh, yeah.
All the time that people in his party do not agree with him, but they go along because they're scared for their lives and their families. That is fucking bananas.
I mean, we need more Chris Murphys right now.
Yes.
Just seeing him speak and where's Chuckles? I'm just so sick of the Republicans like Moses Mike Grinder Johnson. But to me, he's predictable. He's a beta male. He's a zeta male. He's a closet homosexual. Somebody's got the goods on him. He lives with some evangelical closet case and they answer the door. It's his roommate in DC. They answer the door with each other in their panties. I mean, this guy is as gay as all get out and he wants to keep the secret, right? That's what's going on with Moses Mike Grinder Johnson. We are allowing our country to go down the tubes because these men don't have the fucking courage to come out of the goddamn closet. I'm talking about Kanks, the washed up old drag queen who is, in his Marie Antoinette era, listening to the Phantom of the Opera, blowing Bubba. I'm talking about Lady Graham. I'm talking about Josh Hawley. I'm talking about Lil Smokey, all of them, seriously, we're going to lose our country because these fucking queens can't come out of the closet. Seriously? I mean, is that really what we're going to do here? And then what's even more disgusting to me are Democrats like Chuck Schumer. Sit down and shut the fuck up and let somebody take charge. Everybody in this country should know who the Senate minority leader's name is because that motherfucker should be fighting so hard and should be going so viral on social media. And Chuckles is just not it. Here he is. Donald Trump has made political violence a feature of his politics. Today, he crossed yet another line that no democracy can afford to tolerate. He must be condemned forcefully, loudly, and without excuses.
Well, you nailed it. There it is.
You guys, I'm serious. It's just, come on. Come on, he's Chuckles Schumer is controlled opposition. He's controlled by AIPAC. AIPAC wanted Trump to win. Everybody needs to get fucking serious about this shit, because this is just day after day in America, this fucking bullshit that we have to worry about, because we have this old queen that's got full-blown dementia, surrounded by a bunch of fucking psychos, dipshits, not even smart people, not even remotely close to being experts on anything other than an expert dipshit surrounding him. And we all have to go through this every fucking day for the broken people on Fox News that watch Fox News, whose mommy and daddies weren't nice to them and were probably religiously abused, and they have inner child issues and they won't fucking go to therapy. And I'm so sick of it.
I completely agree. Okay, that's what we've got on Kanks. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, buy our book, Life is a Lazy Susan of Shit Sandwiches, and we will be back with more news.